Shalom from Melbourne, Australia. I hope you are keeping well. We are looking at Luke 23, 13 to 25. A very interesting story where Pilate gets back Jesus from Herod. He was running away from making a decision because he knew Jesus was innocent. But this time he has to make a decision. And it's interesting to note that Jesus was legally and politically sentenced to death. He actually went to the law courts of the day, or to the court of appeals of the day. And it's very unfortunate that the law courts of the day did not perform justice on an innocent man. They were persuaded by the masses to pervert justice. And the key thing here was Pilate gave in public opinion or public demand at the expense of valuing the truth. He got compromised. 3 times he tried, Pilate, this goes for Pilate, that 3 times he's saying to these chief priests and rulers and the people that I find no fault with this man. Let me release him. And interesting, during that time, it was the Passover season. It was allowed for a leader or for the ruler of the day to release one person that the people demanded. And interesting, the people and the chief priests and the people demanded that Barabbas, who was a known criminal, a murderer and a rebel, they demanded that one to be released. And I've been looking at audience psychology. What made the masses move towards that direction? And I think this is key to all of us. The masses were not only loud, they were led. And this is very important in terms of even our politics in Kenya. Our politics, masses sometimes are not just loud, they are led. You have to look behind those leading protests, leading masses. Who are the leaders? Because usually what happens is that masses can be persuaded, they can be provoked, and they can be positioned for whatever cause. And the masses of that day were being persuaded and provoked and positioned by the chief priest of the day to crucify Jesus. So they were not only loud, they were led. They were not only loud, they were led, as they were led to crucify Jesus. And when you're part of the masses in a situation where people are chanting, sometimes reason does not come in. So they all agreed to crucify Jesus. And Pilate, because he had a responsibility to keep public order, somehow caved in. And he eventually said, okay, here you are, take Jesus, and they crucified him. And this was actually volume winning over values or virtue. Volume winning over virtue and values. And when I talk about volume, I'm talking about the numbers and I'm talking about the loudness. We should not allow the volume of people who are saying the wrong thing or the numbers of the people to win over that which is virtuous and that which is of value, or the values we uphold. And I think this is key, that we have in our nations like Kenya, we have allowed volume to win over virtue and to win over values. And I think this needs to change. And a word goes to the preachers and the rulers, because we've been given a position to preach. Like tomorrow I'll be preaching. The question is, am I leading the public or the masses towards the right direction? Because the chief priest of the day, the preachers of the day, are responsible for causing the crucifixion of Jesus. So think through this matter with me and reflect, and please subscribe on my YouTube channel, follow on Facebook, and let's have a conversation. God bless you and have a good afternoon. Bye.